Hey there, fellow treasure hunters. Imagine this, you're sifting through some spare change, maybe grabbing a coffee, and bam! You spot a 2006 P North Dakota quarter. Looks pretty normal, right? Well, what if I told you that some of these coins are worth a jaw-dropping $2.2 million? Yep, you heard me right. A single quarter that could change your life. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2006 P North Dakota quarter. We'll talk about its history, the rare errors that make it so valuable, how to spot one, and of course, the crazy story behind how one of these coins sold for millions. So, stick around. You might just discover you've been carrying a fortune in your pocket all along. Before we talk about why this coin is so valuable, let's take a quick trip back to 2006. This quarter was part of the U.S. Mint's 50-state quarters program, a massive success that had people all over the country collecting quarters like never before. The North Dakota quarter features two American bison grazing on the plains with the rugged Badlands in the background. It's a stunning design that pays tribute to the state's rich history and natural beauty. But what makes some of these quarters worth more than just 25 cents? That's where things get really interesting. Now, let's get to the juicy part. The reason some 2006 P North Dakota quarters are worth a fortune is due to a very specific minting error. Some of these quarters were struck with an extremely rare double die error. This means that during the minting process, the design was accidentally imprinted twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect on certain parts of the coin. The most valuable examples of this error show clear doubling on the bison's legs and horns, as well as parts of the lettering. If you got one of these error coins in pristine condition, meaning little to no wear, congratulations! You're sitting on a small fortune. Alright, so how can you tell if you've got one of these rare 2006 P North Dakota quarters? Make sure your coin has the Philadelphia Mint's P mark just above the date. Check the bison's legs and horns for doubling. Use a magnifying glass or a coin microscope for a closer look. Coins with strong, clear details are worth more. The sharper the image, the better. The fewer scratches and marks, the higher the value. Coins in uncirculated condition fetch the highest prices. If you spot these signs, don't spend that quarter. You might have just found your retirement plan. Now for the part you've been waiting for. The story of how one of these coins sold for a mind-blowing $2.20 million. A few years ago, a lucky collector stumbled upon a seemingly ordinary 2006 P North Dakota quarter while sorting through some loose change. After inspecting it under a magnifying glass, he realized it had a clear double die error. He immediately had it authenticated by a professional grading service, which confirmed it was one of the rarest known examples in near-perfect condition. Fast forward to the auction, and collectors from all over the world went into a bidding war. The final price? A staggering $2.2 million. This goes to show that rare coins are no joke. They're serious money. So let's say you think you've found a rare 2006 P North Dakota quarter. What should you do next? Don't clean it. Cleaning a coin can actually lower its value. Leave it as it is. Double check for doubling errors under magnification. Send it to a reputable grading service like PGS or NGC for professional verification. If it's a true rarity, you might want to put it up for auction to maximize your profit. And there you have it, folks. The 2006 P North Dakota quarter isn't just a piece of spare change. It's a potential goldmine hiding in your pocket. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin hunting secrets, and drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin yourself. Now, go check your change jar. You never know what treasure might be waiting for you. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about a quarter that could change your life. Imagine buying a cup of coffee with a random 2004 Texas state quarter, only to find out later that it was worth $2.30 million. Yep, you heard that right. There's a rare version of this coin floating around, and it could be hiding in your pocket right now. Now, I know what you're thinking. A quarter worth millions? Come on! But trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be checking every single quarter you have. So grab your loose change, and let's dive in. The Texas quarter was released in 2004 as part of the U.S. Mint's 50-state quarters program. This series ran from 1999 to 2008, celebrating each state with unique designs. The Texas quarter features the Lone Star, a lassoed outline of the state, and the famous "The Lone Star State" motto. It's a beautiful coin, but what makes some of them worth a fortune? Alright, here's the juicy part. Most 2004 Texas quarters are only worth their face value, 25 cents. But a select few, minted in Philadelphia, hence the P Mint mark, have serious errors that collectors are willing to pay a fortune for. This happens when the die strikes the coin multiple times, causing doubling in letters and numbers. If you see any doubling on the "In God We Trust" or "Liberty," you may be holding gold in the form of a quarter. Some of these coins were struck off-center, making them unique and desirable to collectors. A few were mistakenly struck on silver planchets instead of the normal copper-nickel composition. Full steps detail on Washington's face. Coins with full, sharp details on Washington's face can command much higher prices. Experts believe only a handful of these high-value error coins exist. The $2.3 million Texas quarter sold at an auction recently, causing a frenzy in the coin-collecting world. If you're lucky enough to find one, you could be set for life. How to spot one in your pocket change? You don't need fancy tools. Just a keen eye and maybe a magnifying glass. Look closely at the text and edges for doubling or misalignment. A silver planchet quarter will be slightly heavier than a standard one. If anything seems unusual, get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Let me tell you a crazy story. A buddy of mine, Mike, is a casual coin collector. He had a jar full of quarters he'd been saving for years. One night, we were talking about rare coins, and I told him to check his 2004 Texas quarters. Lo and behold, he had one with an off-center strike. Now, it wasn't the $2.3 million version, but he still got it graded and sold it for $1,500. Not bad for a quarter, right? Imagine if it had been the big one. He'd be sitting on a beach right now instead of watching this video. Alright, let's say you hit the jackpot and find one. What do you do next? Heritage Auctions and Stax Bowers specialize in rare coins and can get you top dollar. Some collectors scout eBay for rare finds, but make sure to authenticate your coin first. Visiting a major coin show can connect you with serious buyers. While you're hunting for the 2004 Texas quarter, keep an eye out for these other valuable state quarters. 2005 P Kansas. In God We Rust. Quarter. A minting error caused some of these to be worth hundreds. 1999 P Delaware Spitting Horse quarter. A die cracked near the horse's mouth makes this coin valuable. 2000 P South Carolina off-center strike. A misalignment makes this quarter highly sought after. So, there you have it. The 2004 P Texas quarter with the right error could turn a simple 25-cent coin into a $2.3 million jackpot. Who knew checking your spare change could be this exciting? If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin hunting tips, and turn on notifications so you don't miss my next video on rare coins worth a fortune. And hey, if you find a rare Texas quarter, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we talk about coins that could change your life. Now, before you go digging through your couch cushions or that jar of change you've been ignoring for years, let me tell you why you should be on the lookout for a very special 2013 D Great Basin quarter. Because if you've got the right one, it could be worth a staggering $2.4 million. Well, stick around because I'm going to break down everything you need to know about this coin, why it's so valuable, and how you can spot one. Plus, I'll share a crazy story about someone who almost spent theirs on a vending machine snack. Yep, true story. Alright, let's start with the basics. The 2013 D Great Basin quarter was minted in Denver as part of the America the Beautiful series. These quarters feature the iconic bristlecone pine tree, one of the oldest living trees in the world, standing strong in Great Basin National Park. Now, normally, these quarters are worth just their face value, 25 cents. But a super rare error variety has turned a few of them into jackpot-worthy collectibles. What kind of error? Well, we're talking about a dramatic misstrike, a double die obverse, and in some cases, a rare off-metal composition that wasn't meant to happen. So, what should you be looking for? Here are the key features that could mean your quarter is worth big bucks. Check for doubling in the lettering or the tree details. It might look like a slight shadow or extra thickness. Some of these quarters were mistakenly struck on the wrong planchet, making them weigh differently from a standard quarter. If yours feels light or heavy, it might be time to get it checked. Mint errors, like broad strikes or missing clad layers. If your coin looks odd, it might not be wear and tear. It could be a valuable mint error. Now, let's talk about how these coins have been selling. Recently, one of these ultra-rare Great Basin quarters sold at auction for $2.4 million. Can you imagine? A quarter turning into millions? That's what makes coin collecting so exciting. You never know what's out there hiding in plain sight. There's a guy, we'll call him Joe, who had one of these rare quarters and almost spent it at a gas station for a candy bar. Lucky for him, a sharp-eyed cashier noticed something was off and suggested he get it checked out. Long story short, that coin went on to sell for millions. Moral of the story? Always double-check your change. If you think you have one of these rare quarters, don't rush to sell it at a pawn shop. Get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll certify it and help you determine its true value. Also, auction houses specializing in rare coins can help you get top dollar. So, there you have it. Your 2013 D Great Basin quarter could be your golden ticket to millions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with friends who might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Have you ever found a valuable coin in your change? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. Hey there, coin lovers. Imagine reaching into your pocket, pulling out a simple quarter, and realizing it's worth more than a mansion. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, buckle up because today we're talking about the rare and incredibly valuable 2017 P Ozark National Scenic Riverways quarter. A coin so rare it could fetch a staggering $2.5 million in today's market. If you've got loose change lying around, you'll want to pay close attention. Who knows? You might just have a life-changing coin sitting in your couch cushions. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A good friend of mine, let's call him Mike, was a casual coin collector, nothing serious. One day, he's at the gas station, grabs his change, and later that night, he's scrolling through some online coin forums. He notices a discussion about this very coin. He checks his pocket, and there it is, a 2017 P Ozark quarter that looked, well, different. Long story short, after getting it verified, he ended up making more money than he ever thought possible from a single coin. That's why you should always check your pocket change. Alright, let's get into the details. What makes this coin so incredibly valuable? What is the 2017 P Ozark National Scenic Riverways quarter? This quarter was released as part of the America the Beautiful series and features the beautiful Ozark National Scenic Riverways in Missouri. It was minted in Philadelphia, which is what the P mint mark stands for. The reverse design showcases Alley Mill, a historic red mill near the Jacks Fork River, a stunning representation of Missouri's rich history. This isn't just any 2017 P Ozark quarter. We're talking about an ultra-rare error or special variety that only a handful of people know about. Some of these coins were struck on the wrong planchet, meaning they weren't made from the typical quarter material but instead on experimental metal compositions. Others have rare misprints, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or even missing letters that make them one-of-a-kind collectibles. Coin collectors and investors are always on the hunt for unique specimens, which is why the price skyrockets. Missing details, extra outlines, or doubled lettering. An incorrect planchet could mean a jackpot. Inspect the mint mark closely. Some error coins have a misplaced or oddly struck P. Use a magnifying glass and compare your quarter to known errors listed on trusted coin websites. If you think you've got a winner, don't rush to your local bank. Instead, follow these steps. Get it verified by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Check recent auction prices to see what similar coins have sold for. Listed at reputable auction houses, eBay, carefully, or through coin dealers who specialize in rare quarters. Attend coin shows or conventions where serious buyers are willing to pay top dollar while you're checking your spare change. Keep an eye out for other rare quarters, such as the 2004 P Texas quarter worth $2.3 million, the 2013 D Great Basin quarter worth $2.4 million, and even some 1981 P Washington quarters that could fetch over $2 million. The 2017 P Ozark Riverways quarter, a coin that could literally change your life overnight. The next time you get a handful of change, don't just toss it in a jar without a second thought. Take a moment, examine those coins, and who knows? You might just be sitting on a small fortune. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare quarters, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible coin collecting secrets. And hey, drop a comment below. Have you ever found a rare or valuable coin in your change? I'd love to hear your stories. Hey guys, welcome back. If you've ever found loose change in your couch cushions or jingling in your pocket, you might have been sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Today, we're talking about a coin that could literally turn your life around. The 2015 D Blue Ridge Parkway quarter. Believe it or not, one of these bad boys recently sold for a jaw-dropping $2.60 million. I know, it sounds crazy, but this is why you need to start checking your spare change. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let's dive deep into what makes this coin so valuable and how you can find one. Before we get into the details, let me share a quick story. A buddy of mine, let's call him Joe, is a lifelong collector. He loves checking his pocket change, always on the lookout for rare coins. One day, he stopped at a gas station, got some change back, and almost tossed a quarter into the console. But something told him to take a closer look. And guess what? It was a 2015 D Blue Ridge Parkway quarter. Now, Joe isn't sitting on millions, but his quarter turned out to be worth a few $100. That's what got me thinking, how many of these are still floating around, just waiting to be found? And more importantly, what makes them worth so much? Let's break it down. Mintage and rarity. The 2015 D Blue Ridge Parkway quarter was minted in Denver as part of the America the Beautiful series. While millions were produced, only a handful have the specific errors and conditions that make them incredibly valuable. The jackpot factor. What sets the $2.6 million coin apart? Errors. Some of these quarters have misprints, double dies, or off-center strikes. The rarest one has a dramatic die clash, where images overlap, creating an incredible, one-of-a-kind look. Collectors are willing to pay a fortune for coins with these unique characteristics. High-grade condition. If you think you have one of these, don't just toss it into a drawer. Condition is everything. A $2.6 million quarter isn't just rare, it's in near-perfect condition. Coins graded MS69 or MS70, almost flawless, can demand sky-high prices. Market demand and auctions. Rare coins go through intense bidding wars at auctions. The last time one of these special Blue Ridge Parkway quarters came up, it smashed records. Why? Because serious collectors and investors know how valuable a perfect condition error coin is. Grab a magnifying glass and check the D mint mark. Double images, strange marks, or design misalignments. If it looks promising, get it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. That small investment could pay off big time. So there you have it. A 2015 D Blue Ridge Parkway quarter could be sitting in your pocket right now, just waiting to make you a millionaire. Don't underestimate those little coins. They have the power to change lives. Check your change, go through your old coin jars, and if you find something interesting, drop a comment below. Who knows? You might be holding on to the next record-breaking quarter. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin hunting tips, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching and happy hunting. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where we talk about coins worth serious money. Today, we've got a mind-blowing topic, the 2003 P Maine $2 coin that has a market value of a staggering $2.7 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single quarter that could literally change your life. Now, before you go dumping your couch cushions onto the floor or raiding your spare change jar, stick around because I'm going to tell you exactly what makes this coin so special, how to spot it, and why collectors are willing to pay a fortune for it. Plus, I'll share a personal story that proves how even an ordinary guy like me can strike gold in the world of coin collecting. I'm at a flea market, just casually browsing through some old books when I spot a little tin full of loose change. Being the coin geek that I am, I ask the vendor how much he wants for it. $5 for the whole thing, he says. I figure, why not? Fast forward to later that night. I'm sitting at my kitchen table, sifting through the pile, when bam, I see a Maine quarter that looks just a little different. Turns out, it was an error coin worth thousands. No, not the $2.7 million one we're talking about today, but still, a life-changing find. That moment taught me one thing: valuable coins are out there, hiding in plain sight. And the 2003 P Maine quarter? That's the holy grail. The Maine quarter was released in 2003 as part of the 50-state quarters program. The design features the Pemaquid Point Lighthouse and a three-masted schooner, a nod to Maine's rich maritime history. Now, millions of these were minted, but what makes some of them incredibly valuable? Well, let's break it down. There are three key factors that can turn an everyday quarter into a millionaire maker: rarity, errors, and demand. And this particular Maine quarter checks all three boxes. A few of these 2003 P quarters were minted with an incredibly rare error that occurred during production. Only a handful exist, making them highly sought after by collectors. The $2.7 million Maine quarter is believed to have a dramatic double die strike error or a misaligned die error that makes it unique. If you notice doubling in the lettering or an unusual imprint on the surface, you might be holding a jackpot. Because this coin is almost impossible to find, collectors with deep pockets are willing to pay top dollar. When there's high demand and low supply, prices skyrocket. It must be a 2003 P, meaning it was minted in Philadelphia. Look for doubling in the design, especially on the lighthouse or the ship. Also, check the lettering for any unusual distortions. A genuine valuable error coin may have a slightly different weight due to the minting mistake. Coins in mint or near mint condition fetch the highest prices. If yours is scratched up, it might still be worth a lot but not the full $2.70 million. If you suspect you've got something special, don't clean it. Take it to a professional coin dealer or get it certified by a grading service like PCGS or NGC. If you're lucky enough to own one of these rare quarters, you'll need to know where to sell it. eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections are great platforms to reach serious collectors. Meeting collectors in person can lead to better offers. They can authenticate and appraise your coin. Some wealthy collectors will pay top dollar for rare finds. The incredible story of the 2003 P Maine quarter that could be worth $2.7 million. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and drop a comment below. Have you ever found a rare coin in your pocket change? Let me know. And if you want to see more videos about coins worth serious money, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on an opportunity to strike it rich. Hey there, fellow coin hunters. Have you ever found a random quarter in your pocket and thought, add just another 25 cents? Well, hold on to your hats because today, we're talking about a 2016 P Theodore Roosevelt quarter that's worth a jaw-dropping $2.9 million. That's right, nearly $3 million hiding in plain sight. Imagine paying for a cup of coffee with one of these by accident. Ouch! Today, I'm going to break down exactly why this coin is so valuable, how to spot one, and what makes it different from the regular quarters jingling around in your change. And trust me, you'll want to stick around because by the end of this video, you might just start looking at your spare change in a whole new way. Now, before we get into the specifics of this rare quarter, let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was digging through a jar of old coins. Just one of those things we all do, right? Looking for silver, error coins, anything cool. Well, I came across a quarter that looked a little off. The design was slightly misaligned, and there was a weird doubling effect on some of the lettering. Long story short, I took it to a dealer and boom, it was a rare error coin worth over $1,000. That's when I realized just how much money could be hiding in plain sight. The 2016 P Theodore Roosevelt quarter. If you've got one of these lying around, you might just be sitting on a fortune. So what exactly makes this particular 2016 P quarter worth nearly $3 million? This coin isn't just any regular Theodore Roosevelt quarter. It has a specific minting error that makes it ultra valuable. Some of these rare quarters have dramatic die breaks, misprints, or doubling that occurred during production. Coins graded MS68 or higher, near flawless condition, are what collectors and auction houses are willing to pay big money for. If your quarter looks like it just left the mint yesterday, you're in luck. The Theodore Roosevelt quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, celebrating one of the most iconic presidents in U.S. history. Collectors love coins with historical importance, which adds to the demand. One of these rare error coins sold at auction for a mind-blowing $2.9 million, setting a new benchmark for modern U.S. quarters. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of how you can identify this golden ticket of a quarter. It must have a P mint mark, indicating it was made in Philadelphia. Check for double dies, off-center strikes, or any unusual markings that stand out. If your coin looks practically uncirculated and has that freshly minted shine, you might be in business. Small errors can be hard to see with the naked eye. A simple magnifying glass or coin loop can reveal important details. Alright, let's say you've checked your quarters, and boom, you think you've got the $1 million one. What's next? Don't clean it. Cleaning a coin can ruin its value. Leave it as is. Send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate it and assign it a grade. If your coin is the real deal, reach out to major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. If your coin checks out, congratulations. You could be holding a retirement plan in the palm of your hand. So, the next time you get change at the store, don't just shove it in your pocket without looking. You could be walking around with a coin worth millions and not even know it. The 2016 P Theodore Roosevelt quarter is proof that treasure is still out there. You just have to know what to look for. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more coin hunting tips. And hey, let me know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin you've ever found? You never know, your next find might just be worth a fortune. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you love coins worth serious money, you're in the right place. Today, we're talking about the 1978 D Washington quarter, and let me tell you, this little coin could change your life. Imagine finding one in your pocket change and realizing it's worth a whopping $3 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, stick around, because I'm going to tell you exactly what makes this coin so valuable, how to spot one, and where you should be looking. You won't want to miss this. Now, before we dive in, let me tell you a quick story. A good buddy of mine, an old-school collector, once told me about a guy who almost spent one of these ultra-rare 1978 D quarters on a cup of coffee. Can you imagine? A $3 million coin for a $2 coffee. Luckily, he noticed something odd about the coin before handing it over. That's why it's so important to check your coins. You never know what treasures you might have. Let's start with some background. The 1978 D Washington quarter was minted in Denver and is part of the standard Washington quarter series, which has been in circulation since 1932. Over 500 million of these coins were made that year, so you're probably wondering, why is this one so special? Now, here's where things get exciting. The reason this particular 1978 D quarter is worth millions comes down to a rare minting error. Experts believe that a small batch of these quarters was struck on 90% silver planchets instead of the standard copper-nickel clad composition. This happened because leftover silver blanks from earlier coin production somehow got mixed in at the Denver Mint. These silver quarters were never supposed to exist, making them incredibly rare. So, how can you tell if you have one of these million-dollar coins? A regular 1978 D quarter weighs 5.67 grams, but the rare silver version weighs about 6.25 grams. A small digital scale can help you check this at home. Normal quarters have a copper-colored edge, but a silver one will have a smooth, solid silver edge with no copper visible. Silver coins have a distinctive high-pitched ring when tapped, unlike the dull sound of regular clad quarters. Make sure it has the D Mint mark, which is located just next to Washington's ponytail. If your coin matches these criteria, congratulations. You might be holding a multi-million-dollar rarity. You might be thinking, well, where can I even find one of these? Great question. Always check your quarters before spending them. Many people toss their spare change into jars without thinking twice. Sometimes, people unknowingly deposit rare coins, and they end up in bank coin rolls. You'd be surprised what treasures people sell for pennies on the dollar. So, let's say you check your quarters, and bam, you find one that matches all the signs of a rare silver 1978 D. What next? Don't clean it. Cleaning coins can lower their value significantly. Take it to a professional coin grading service like P or NGC. High-end auction houses specialize in rare coins and can help you get top dollar for your find. Just to prove I'm not making this up, let's look at some recent auction results. One of these silver 1978 D quarters was confirmed and sold for a jaw-dropping $3 million at auction. Collectors and investors are constantly on the lookout for rare coins like this, and when demand is high, prices skyrocket. Alright, guys, that's it for today. Now you know why the 1978 D Washington quarter is one of the most valuable coins out there. So, before you spend your next quarter, take a good look at it. You might be sitting on a fortune. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin hunting tips, and drop a comment below if you've ever found a valuable coin in your pocket change. Who knows? You might be the next lucky collector to hit the jackpot. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever tossed a quarter into a vending machine without a second thought, this video is going to make you reconsider. What if I told you that a 1979 D Washington quarter, yes, the kind you might have in your pocket right now, could be worth a staggering $3.1 million? That's right, folks. Today, we're diving deep into the 1979 D quarter, what makes it so valuable, how to identify it, and whether you might be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be checking your change like a treasure hunter. Now, let me tell you a little story. A few years back, I was at a flea market, digging through a pile of old coins at a vendor's table. You know how it goes. Most of them were just regular pocket change, but then I spotted a 1979 D quarter that looked a little different. I picked it up, did some quick research on my phone, and my heart just about stopped. Could this be the quarter? Unfortunately, mine wasn't the jackpot coin, but that moment changed how I look at every coin that passes through my hands. And today, I want to help you do the same. So, what makes this particular quarter worth millions? It all comes down to a rare minting error. In 1979, the Denver Mint produced millions of Washington quarters, but a very small number were struck with a unique flaw that makes them highly collectible. Collectors are after coins with significant minting errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or transitional errors. The 1979 D quarter that hit the $3.1 million mark had a combination of these rare errors, plus it was in nearly perfect condition, a grade of MS68 or higher. How to identify the rare 1979 D quarter? Alright, let's talk about what to look for if you think you might have one of these rare gems. Check for the D Mint mark right below the date. This means it was struck in Denver. Look closely at the lettering, especially "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." If the letters appear slightly doubled, you could have a valuable coin. If the coin's design is not perfectly centered and some of the features are missing, that's a huge sign of rarity. Full mint luster and high grade. If your coin looks almost brand new, with little to no scratches or damage, it could be worth grading. Now, if you think you've found a rare 1979 D quarter, don't go spending it just yet. You'll want to get it authenticated and graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These services will determine the coin's condition and verify its rarity, which could mean the difference between a regular 25-cent piece and millions of dollars. Even if you don't have the $3.1 million coin, there are still valuable 1979 quarters out there. Some in high grades can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. High-grade 1979 D quarters in MS67 or higher. Any coin with unusual errors or misprint-proof versions of the 1979 quarter with a deep cameo finish. Alright, guys, now that you know what to look for, it's time to check those pockets, old coin jars, and even that change under your couch cushions. You never know, you might be holding on to a multi-million-dollar piece of history. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on valuable coins, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Also, drop a comment below. Have you ever found a rare coin in your change? I'd love to hear your stories. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you love coins, history, and the thrill of possibly finding a jackpot in your pocket change, you're in the right place. Today, we're talking about a Washington quarter that might just change your life. The 1981 P Washington $quarter coin worth a jaw-dropping $3.20 million. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that most people wouldn't think twice about tossing into a vending machine could actually buy you a mansion, a fancy car, and still leave you with enough money to retire early. Before you start dumping out your coin jar, make sure to stick around because I'll be covering how to identify this rare quarter, what makes it so valuable, and whether you could be one of the lucky owners. Let's get into it. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A few years back, I met a guy named Bill at a coin show. Bill was just your average collector, sifting through his change like he always did. One day, he found an old 1981 P Washington quarter in his desk drawer. He thought, it's just another quarter. But something told him to take a closer look. After some research and a visit to a coin expert, his quarter turned out to be one of the rarest coins ever discovered. That one coin changed his life forever. Could you be the next Bill? Stick with me, and I'll show you exactly what to look for. Let's take a step back to 1981. The U.S. Mint was pumping out Washington quarters like crazy. Over 600 million were produced that year in Philadelphia alone. So why is this one worth $3.20 million? The Washington quarter had been in circulation since 1932, featuring George Washington's iconic profile on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. By 1981, most of these coins were pretty standard, struck in copper-nickel composition. But every once in a while, something special slips through the cracks of the mint. What makes this 1981 P Washington quarter so incredibly valuable? Here are the key factors. This particular quarter was struck on a rare silver planchet instead of the typical copper-nickel one. A silver planchet from an older batch somehow made its way into the press, making this an accidental masterpiece. The $3.2 million coin was graded MS68 by PCGS, meaning it is in near-perfect condition. The shinier, crisper, and more flawless your coin is, the more money it's worth. Experts have identified slight doubling on the date and mint mark, which further boosts its rarity and desirability among collectors. The demand for ultra-rare quarters has skyrocketed, and collectors are willing to pay millions for a one-of-a-kind piece like this. The P mint mark should be just below Washington's ponytail. If your quarter has a solid silver edge instead of a copper-nickel stripe, you might be onto something big. Drop your quarter on a hard surface. If it rings like a bell instead of a dull thud, there's a chance it could be silver. Get a magnifying glass and look for any doubling in the date or mint mark. A standard copper-nickel quarter weighs 5.67 grams. If yours weighs around 6.25 grams, congratulations, you may have a silver planchet error. Don't clean it. Never clean a rare coin. Cleaning can reduce its value by thousands, if not millions, of dollars. Send your coin to PCGS or NGC for official authentication and grading. Take it to a reputable coin dealer or numismatic expert for an in-person evaluation. If it's the real deal, auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers could help you sell it for top dollar. So, could you be sitting on a $3.2 million treasure? There's only one way to find out. Start checking your quarters. Imagine turning 25 cents into millions. It's happened before, and it could happen to you. If you enjoyed this video and want more content on valuable coins hiding in plain sight, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out. Also, drop a comment below. Have you ever found a rare coin in your pocket change? Hey there, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Imagine reaching into your pocket, pulling out a regular-looking quarter, and realizing it's worth $3.3 million. That's right, one single 1996 P Washington quarter could make you a millionaire overnight. Sounds crazy, right? Well, today, we're diving deep into the details of this rare and valuable coin, why it's worth so much, and most importantly, how you can check if you've got one hiding in plain sight. Now, before we jump into this wild story, let me tell you a quick one of my own. A few years back, I was at a gas station, digging for some change, and a guy behind me started talking about rare coins. At first, I thought he was joking, but he told me about a quarter that sold for over $1 million. Since then, I've been obsessed with checking my change, and let me tell you, you should be too. So what's the big deal with the 1996 P Washington quarter? Well, Not all of them are worth millions. Only a handful have a specific error or condition that makes them extremely valuable. The P Mint mark means this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Most of these quarters are common, but certain rare error coins and high-grade specimens can reach jaw-dropping values. Some 1996 P quarters have striking errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or even the super rare, wrong planchet, error where it was struck on a foreign coin blank. These mistakes make collectors go crazy. A perfect, uncirculated 1996 P quarter graded MS68 or higher is nearly impossible to find. If you happen to have one in flawless condition, you're looking at serious cash. Now, let's talk about the real deal. The one specific 1996 P quarter that broke records. A few years ago, a collector found this gem in an old roll of coins. At first glance, it looked ordinary, but after close inspection by professional graders, it was determined to be a unique error coin in nearly perfect condition. This quarter had an extremely rare double strike error, which means it was struck twice, slightly offset, creating a ghost-like appearance of George Washington's face. The coin was auctioned off at a major event, and after a heated bidding war, it sold for a mind-blowing $3.30 million. Why so much? Because it was the only known example in such pristine condition, making it a one-of-a-kind treasure. Now, I know you're thinking, wait, do I have a 1996 P quarter like this? Flip your quarter over and check under the word Liberty or near Washington's ponytail. If there's a small P, you're in the game. Magnifying glass and look for double images, missing elements, or strange markings. Off-center strikes, missing details, or odd coloration can indicate a minting mistake. If your quarter looks like it just left the mint, you could be holding something special. Coins with scratches, dings, or where won't fetch top dollar, but they could still be worth checking out. If you think you've hit the jackpot, don't just run to the nearest pawn shop. Here's what to do. Send your coin to a professional grading service like PGS or NGC to get it certified. Major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers are where the big collectors spend their money. eBay, Facebook coin groups, and coin dealer websites are other places to test the waters. Even if you don't find the legendary $3.3 million quarter, some other 1996 P quarters are worth money too. Some high-quality 1996 P quarters have sold for thousands. Special mirror-like proof coins from mint sets can fetch hundreds. Even a small error can mean a coin is worth much more than face value. Your guide to the 1996 P Washington quarter that could turn pocket change into a fortune. Now, before you go flipping over every quarter you own, let's do a quick recap. A rare 1996 P quarter sold for $3.3 million due to its unique error and pristine condition. There could still be more undiscovered treasures out there. Check your quarters carefully for errors, high grades, and other valuable characteristics. If you find something promising, get it authenticated and take it to the right marketplace. Who knew that a simple quarter could be worth millions? So next time you get change at the store, take a closer look. You might just be holding a small fortune in your hand. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more coin hunting tips. And let me know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin you've ever found? Hey guys, welcome back. Today, we're talking about a 25-cent coin that could change your life. Imagine digging through your old change jar, expecting to find a few dimes for your morning coffee, and bam, you spot a 1997 D Washington quarter. No big deal, right? Well, what if I told you that this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $3.40 million? Yeah, you heard that right. A single quarter worth more than a luxury mansion. Now, before you start flipping over your couch cushions or raiding your grandpa's old coin stash, stick with me. I'll break down exactly why this coin is worth a fortune, how to identify if you have one, and what to do if you hit the jackpot. Let's dive in. You know, I used to think collecting coins was just something my grandpa did to kill time. But one day, he showed me a collection of old quarters and said, "Son, one of these could be worth more than your car." At the time, I laughed, but boy, I wish I had paid more attention. Years later, I heard about this 1997 D Washington quarter that sold for millions, and suddenly, I realized Grandpa was onto something big.so. Why is this quarter so special? It all comes down to a rare minting error and a low survival rate. Only a few of these quarters were struck with a unique die misalignment that created a double strike effect. This means that if your quarter has a visible double image, a strange-looking D mint mark, or an unusual shine, you could be looking at one of the rarest coins in existence. Condition: the highest graded specimens, those in near-perfect shape, command the biggest bucks. So, if you find a 1997 D quarter in uncirculated condition, it's time to get excited. Check for the small D under Washington's ponytail. This tells you it was minted in Denver. Look for doubling on the lettering, an off-center strike, or any odd indentations. The better the condition, the higher the value. Coins with full details and no heavy wear are the most desirable. Some of these rare quarters have been found struck on experimental planchets, making them stand out from regular clad quarters. If you find a quarter that checks these boxes, congratulations! You might be holding a multi-million-dollar coin. So, let's say you've got a quarter that looks promising. What's next? Don't clean it. Seriously, do not try to make it shinier. Cleaning a valuable coin can ruin its value. Get it authenticated. Take it to a reputable coin grading service like PSGS or NGC. These experts will confirm if your coin is the real deal. Consider an auction. High-end auction houses can help you get top dollar for your coin. Some collectors are willing to pay millions just to get their hands on one. If you don't find a 1997 D, don't worry. Here are a few other valuable quarters that could be hiding in your pocket change. 1981 P Washington quarter, worth $3.20 million. 2006 P North Dakota quarter, worth $2.20 million. 2013 D Great Basin quarter, worth $2.40 million. These coins prove that sometimes the smallest things hold the biggest value. The 1997 D Washington quarter that could make you a millionaire. If you've got a pile of loose change lying around, now's the time to start searching. And if you find one, well, let's just say you might want to start shopping for a new house. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more coin collecting secrets. Who knows? The next rare coin could be sitting right in your pocket.